Salutes up, family. The Holy Qur'An message of the week. The marathon continues. Salutes up to DMX, part 2. Chapter 33. Al-Azab, the allies. Revealed at Metadon, 9 sections, 73 verses. Something is about to be born. Rest, test. Section 1. Truth. Spiritual and physical relationship. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, O Prophet, keep thy duty to Allah and obey not the disbelievers and the hypocrites. Surely Allah is ever knowing, wise, and follow that which is revealed to you from thy Lord. Surely Allah is ever aware of what you do. And trust in Allah. And Allah is enough as having charge of affairs. Allah has not made for any man two hearts within him, nor has he made your wives whom you desert by Zahar, your mothers, nor has he made those whom you assert to be your sons, your sons. These are the words of your mouths. And Allah speaks the truth, and he shows the way. Call them by the names of their fathers. This is more equitable with Allah. But if you know not their fathers, then they are your brethren in faith and your friends. And there is no blame on you in that wherein you make a mistake. But you are answerable for. That which your hearts purpose. And Allah is ever forgiving, merciful. The Prophet is closer to the faithful than their own selves, and his wives are as their mothers. And the possessive relationship are closer one to another in the ordinance of Allah than other believers, and those who fled their homes, except that you do some good to your friends. This is written in the book. And when we took a covenant from the prophets, and from you, and from Noah, and Abraham, and Moses, and Jesus, son of Mary, and we took from them a solemn covenant, that he may question the truthful of their faith, of their truth rather, and he has prepared for the disbelievers a painful chastisement. Section 2. Double. The allies attack on Medina. O you who believe, call to mind the favor of Allah to you when there came against you hosts. So we sent against them a strong wind and hosts that you saw not. And Allah is ever seer of what you do. When they came upon you from above you and from below you, and when the eyes turned dull and the hearts rose up to the throats, and you began to think diverse thoughts about Allah. There were the believers tried, and they were shaken with a severe shaking. And when the hypocrites and those in whose hearts was a disease began to say, Allah and his messenger did not promise us victory, but only to deceive. And when a party of them said, O people of Yathrib, you cannot make a stand, so go back. And a party of them asked permission of the prophet, saying, our houses are exposed. And they were not exposed. They only desired to run away. And if an entry were made upon them from the outlying parts of it, then they were asked to wage war against the Muslims. they would certainly have done it. And they would not have stayed in it but a little while. And they had indeed made a covenant with Allah before that they would not turn their backs, and a covenant with Allah must be answered for. Say, flight will not profit you if you flee from death or slaughter, and then you will not be allowed to enjoy yourselves but a little. Say, who is it that can protect you from Allah if he intends harm for you or he intends to show you mercy? And they will not find for themselves a guardian or a helper besides Allah. Allah indeed knows those among you who hinder others, and those who say to their brethren, come to us, and they come not to the fight but a little, being niggardly with respect to you. But when fear comes, you will see them looking to you, their eyes rolling like one swooning because of death. But when fear is gone, they smite you with sharp tongues, being covetous of wealth. These have not believed, so Allah makes their deeds naught. And that is easy for Allah. They think the allies are not gone. And if the allies should come again, they would fain be in the deserts with the desert Arabs, asking for news about you. And if they were among you, they would not fight, save a little. Section 3. Test. Allies' flight. Qur'ans are punished. Certainly you have in the messenger of Allah an excellent exemplar for him who hopes in Allah in the latter day and remembers Allah much. And when the believers saw the allies, they said, this is what Allah and his messenger promised us. And Allah and his messenger spoke the truth. And it only added to their faith and submission. Of the believers are men who are true to the covenant they made with Allah. So of them is he who has accomplished his vow, and of them is he who yet waits. And they have not changed in the least. That Allah may reward the truthful for their truth, and chastise the hypocrites, ones who say one thing and do another, if he please, or turn to them mercifully. Mercifully. Surely Allah is ever forgiving, merciful. And Allah turned back the disbelievers in their rage. They gained no advantage. And Allah sufficed the believers in fighting. And Allah is ever strong, mighty. And he drove down those of the people of the book who backed them from their fortresses. And he cast awe in their hearts. Some you killed, and you took captive some. And he made you heirs to their land, and their dwellings, and their property. And to a land which you have not yet trodden. And Allah is ever possessor of power over all things. And with that being stated, family, keep your heads up, stay focused, and read. And DMX, get up! We got work to do. Peace.